there, securing the Dark Slayer. And you know what, when we talk about key players, TJ, that is who we want to look for, the hero moments, and that might be what it takes to get them back into Game 4. J-Jack, though, has to be careful himself because he's got a kill drop right on top of him, and Remix is looking to make some food for himself, picks up the kill.
We said that might be what gets you back into the game. I said so with very, very loose phrasing because you are not back into the game just yet. You still are in a situation where Korea are playing with very few towers and very little map control. They need to use this Slayer buff to take a few towers and a lot of gold.
Now that is the play. If you go ahead, find yourself the picks, that can allow yourself to go ahead, go for these objectives. But meanwhile, Remix was taking apart the Abyssal Dragon. And Thailand, they're able to answer back.
Yeah, Thailand's consistently finding control, what little they can, of the map. However, now this buff has slain, or now that now this buff has ended, in a few moments, Thailand are going to be able to look to gain control again by standard means. They still have a narrow gold lead. They can push for these team fights, and Korea, I don't think, will feel comfortable taking them just yet.
J-Jack gets the stun on down, but Hawk has to back off. There's no follow-up for Korea, it would seem. 007 on this Violet, if he's able to survive these fights, get the damage on down, that is an issue here for Korea. As still Thailand sit 1,000 gold ahead. Remix still pressuring up toward this top side. Rush is going to try and answer, going toe-to-toe, but just looking to harass him, just saying, hey, I'm here.
So the thing is, he's just used both his ult and his secondary ability. Remix has no lifesteal. That was so expertly baited out.
Now Remix forced to have to back off. You do see, though, the rest of Thailand in that mid lane. Meanwhile, the Arjuan still applying pressure onto the side lane, trying to catch out maybe Chaser here. Chaser knows what's going on. Minions are going to start crashing in onto that high ground tower. Actually, 4 members of Korea are going to try and come down here to answer. If they're not careful, they decide to back off, stay toward this mid lane after they see Thailand.
This is one of the first melee jungles we've seen in the entire AWC. And that excites me because Rush is no longer hovering in the back lines playing a brilliant Violet. He's instead diving into the front lines, finding isolated players with melee pressure and on Nacroft knockups.
3 members of Thailand looking to set a trap, though, toward that mid lane. Cherry them coming through the jungle now, going to spot out J-Jack. Cherry gets stunned up, has Memarks over toward the side. Still see Rush and Hawk looking for a possible engage.
Instead, not on Arjuan.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't really want to go in onto an Arjuan.
Cherry just has so much HP, it's not worth taking the fight because there can be the higher damage members waiting in the wings. And that, of course, is why Thailand have Cherry leading the push. Yes, if Cherry gets caught out, it's not all over.
We'll see Sun there. He's forced to back off. Going to go ahead and regen back, but can't go toe-to-toe with Remix, it would seem. Is Korea going to go ahead, clear out their Might Golem. 12 minutes on the clock. This will be the 5th Abyssal Dragon for Thailand. If they're able to secure it, the Dragon control this series, I got to give it to them, has stepped up.
And it's because whenever Thailand are in control of the game, Korea don't want to take the major fights around the objectives. They don't feel safe taking team fights versus a team that's so good at them like Thailand. I guarantee when their match notes somewhere it says don't take 5-on-5s.
Mark's going to go ahead, try and pressure in through the side lane. Hawk looking to just clear out the minions. 007, got to be careful. Rush jumping all the way back. Cherry able to cut off J-Jack over toward the side. That's going to be the Alice ultimate coming on down. 007 has overstepped, and he's going to get taken on down by Hawk on the flash.
Beautifully done by Korea to exploit an opportunity, and Cherry may still offer another.
Cherry's still sitting around half health. Meanwhile, up toward the top side, though, you still have Remix pressuring in on Sun. He's able to go for this 1v1 pretty comfortably. That's going to allow Thailand to get some pressure in toward the jungle, steal away the Sage Golem.
Remix will play back, staying safe in the face of so many Korea players. This is a very, very close game.
Cherry going on over toward the wall. Rush is just stealing away the jungle himself, trying to apply some pressure, trying to split up Thailand, it would seem. Still in mid lane, though. It is a squad of 2 members just keeping up the push. Sun going toe-to-toe on this Tara.
He backs off when he sees the enraged spear, the life steal coming through from Remix. That's no longer an interesting fight to take. But the fact that he lasts so long is, of course, just pure Tara. And watch for that build to get even more tanky as we edge towards the late game.
Yeah, you see Moss's health bar right now. Trust me, that Tara is going to have pretty much double that if we get to the late game. We've seen it a couple times coming out from Sun. Over toward the side, though, Korea. north side of the river. Rush goes in for the engage onto 007. They don't get the kill. Rush will fall, and that is usually the call when Korea needs to leave. But Sun wants to go for a 4v1. And he's just going to sacrifice himself to Thailand. J-Jack gets the safety underneath the tower.
Beautifully played by Sun to slow down that take, save the rest of Korea only to fall, and that might be enough to ensure that they don't lose many towers at all. Unfortunately, 16 seconds remain on Dark Slayer, and for Korea, it's a spot of anxiety.
Going to be Abyssal Dragon resetting 007, unfortunately. He has to walk it all the way back to the pit. Wanted to play super effectively, but unfortunately ended up costing himself some time. Thailand looking pressure in toward the mid lane once again. Minions coming in through top. If they want to go for this play, they can actually knock down this tower pretty effectively because 007 is here.
Korea have all their members back up in a moment. Means they can begin to take fights again. The next fight may win the game though, because this is a Slayer up and both teams with a high ground exposed.
J-Jack gets caught out, brought back toward the team, and Marmark's gonna go ahead, pick up the kill. Thailand, 4 members still around. Meanwhile though, Remix is just soloing the Dark Slayer, TJ.
He can do this, and I don't think Korea have any idea what is happening right now.
You got the Cyclone in mid lane, but guess what? The Dark Slayer buff is now there. And Thailand are going to very comfortable going for this high ground tower after what Korea, we've seen this before, TJ, they have the kill lead, but Thailand have control of the map, they have the gold lead, and they're looking for possibly the core. Sun has to be careful over toward the side. Hawk gets taken down, the flash is no longer there. There's no minions now finally funneling in to mid lane. Rush though, on the other side of the map, is trying to go for the back door.
I don't think he has time, but he can make them very nervous. He can force the recall.
Is he going to go for it?
Rush might have just saved his team because
Sun is keeping this game alive. Rush is now onto the base, but he doesn't get the high ground tower.
It almost doesn't matter. Oh my God!
Wait.
Oh, he does with the minions.
But he does fall, TJ. Now it is going to be a 3v5. Once Memarks rejoins the team, Hawk will be available, but they have to hold on for another 35 seconds before Rush is available. Thailand starting to come in on toward the base. The minions are there. The knockup is down. Chaser can't do anything